of our fabric, our culture, our way of life. It's where our boys have turned into legends. Mayasich, Housley, Broughton, Spihar, and Bessie. One state, one tourney, one game. Welcome to our past, our present, and our future. Welcome to the state of hockey. 75 years and counting.
If that doesn't give you goosebumps, I don't know what will. The New Ulm Eagles looking for their first ever state championship. They're in the locker room getting ready for their quarterfinal matchup with the Zephyrs of Mahtomedi. They're ranked #1 and seeded #1 in this tournament. This is their third straight state tournament appearance, still looking for their first ever state championship as well. Good evening, everyone. Let's take a look at what happened earlier today. St. Cloud Cathedral, the #2 seed, they advance over North Frank 7-0, and East Grand Forks advancing over Minnesota River 5-2. And we want to welcome you to this 75th Boys High School Hockey Tournament in downtown St. Paul. Joining me tonight, Mike McGraw, the hockey professor, and Johnny Paul, a legend of tournaments past himself. Thank you guys both for being here. Let's talk about the games tonight. Starting with this first one, Johnny, New Ulm against Mahtomedi. Obviously, Mahtomedi has a bullseye on him because they're #1.
Yeah, Mahtomedi has come close in the past couple of years. This is their third year in a row making the tournament. They've been knocking on the door, and they feel this is the year they can break through. They have depth, they have goaltending, they are solid throughout. But they're going to face a New Ulm team tonight that has absolutely nothing to lose. Some of these kids have tasted success in the past. The New Ulm community has supported them, and this should be an awesome game.
And Mike, our second matchup does not feature the favorite, but it certainly does feature a Cinderella story in Greenway, Nashwauk, Keewatin. They have not been here since 1987. Their program almost collapsed about 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's true. If it weren't for Pat Geyer and Jimmy Jensen, it might have. They went door to door looking for kids, Tom. And right now, Coach Clafton has them on the verge of playing for the state championship. It's a great storyline. Delano is another great team in this. They played during the year. Delano beat Greenway. Greenway was down kind of in the dumps then. It's going to be a great rematch tonight. Both coaches are really pumped over this one, and they have a lot of confidence in their squads tonight, Tom.
So many great storylines in this tournament, not just because it's the 75th tournament, but there's a lot of exciting things going on here. Mike, talk to us about a couple of them.
Well, you know, Nate Warner, St. Cloud Cathedral really put on a show today. He was very strong in his games. Nashwauk, Keewatin, and Hermantown Street. That may be the story of this tournament, even though Hermantown isn't here. Yeah,
first time in 9 years we're not going to see the Hawks here. Other storylines from earlier today.
Yeah, for the first time in a couple of years, we've actually had no upsets in the first two games. New Ulm will look to change that. Delano will look to change that tonight. This is going to be an exciting night of hockey, and we're looking forward to it.
All right, our first evening quarterfinal matchups are just ahead. Our coverage will continue on 45 TV.
WSB is a design and consulting firm. For over 20 years, we've dedicated ourselves to discovering thoughtful and creative solutions with our partners. Congratulations to our hometowns and to everyone who has supported them.
From their first date to their first baby. Fall in love.
Just the two of us.
Nice round numbers.
I like round numbers.
That's good because you're kissing one.
With Mike and Molly.
Mike and Molly, 5 days a week at 4 and 4:30.
It's time to go back to the 80s.
It's about the music and giant hair and glitter cannons.
Oh, God.
The Goldbergs.
5 nights a week at 6 and 6:30 on 45 TV.
We didn't spend hours researching the perfect destination. And we didn't go snorkeling for the first time. But we did help fuel the plane that took them far away to get closer than ever. At Enbridge, we believe when the energy you invest in life meets the energy we fuel it with, beautiful things happen. Enbridge, life takes energy.
WSB is a design and consulting firm. We partner with clients to create what's next in infrastructure. Thank you to everyone who helps us build for tomorrow, today.
Hey, Twin Cities, get your news and weather at a more convenient time.
Watch 45 TV local news at 9.
Plan ahead with Ren Claire's forecast.
I'm still tracking steadier snowfall across the metro. We do have slick spots.
Get caught up with what's happening in your community.
With reporters live across the Twin Cities.
Live in St. Paul, Brett Hoffman.
Live in downtown Minneapolis, Beth McDonough.
Live in St. Paul Park, Jay Coles, 45 TV.
Get your news and weather at an earlier time.
Watch 45 TV, local news at 9.
The pregame show is brought to you by Greater Twin Cities Honda Dealers, proud sponsors of Minnesota Youth Hockey.
We have our next quarterfinal matchup coming up here in just a few minutes. New Ulm Eagles against the #1 Mahtomedi Zephyrs. And Mike, they got here with a hard-fought victory over Totino Grace.
Right, they avenged an earlier loss to Totino Grace. And I tell you what, I saw part of this game, Mahtomedi and Totino Grace. Mahtomedi was really good that night. They shot the puck, they followed the puck. But the thing they did the best, Tom, was pursue it all night long.
Johnny, Mahtomedi has a lot of seniors on the team, but their goaltender is a 9th grader who started the season in Bantam AA.
Correct, but if you watch the goaltender play, he looks like a senior. He's cool, calm, collected. You know, at times goalies can flail all over and try to make a show of things. He is very calm and steady in the nets.
All right, when we come back, we'll take you up to the booth of Broadcaster Flashback. Wally Shaver is here to call our next game.
In a land known as Mesabi, you'll find Giants Ridge, Minnesota's premier golfing destination. Beauty, peaceful, perfect.
Dynamites was the best program for me, and I think it was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Dynamites is more than just a hockey team. It's a team of supporters, mentors, and lifelong friends for local youth.
On and off the ice, they're there for you, and that's not going to change.
At Dynamites, we equip our urban youth with the opportunities and tools to overcome fearlessly.
Tria Orthopedic Center is proud to support Dynamites in their mission. To learn more, visit dynamites.com.
It's Minnesota Rusco's bathroom event with their biggest bathroom savings of the year, starting with $1,500 off their bottom line pricing. 60% off all labor, interest-free financing until 2020, and a free $50 Bed Bath & Beyond gift card just for allowing them the opportunity to earn your business. All this from the bathroom experts at Minnesota Rusco, serving Minnesotans for over 6 decades with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating to boot.
Minnesota Rusco since 1955.
In a land known as Mesabi, you'll find Giants Ridge, Minnesota's premier golfing destination. Beauty, peaceful, perfect.
It's tourney time.
And 45 TV wants to celebrate
by taking us all back to high school. Post your favorite high school photos on social media and use the hashtag tourneys on 45 TV, like this handsome devil. Yeah, that's me.
Old photos, new photos. We want to see your high school pictures in all their glory. Check out my cheerleading moves.
And here I am enjoying the first ever high school basketball tournament.
That can't be real.
Watch the girls' basketball tournament March 14th through the 16th on 45 TV.
You'd be like 90 years old.
We welcome you to the Al Shaver Press Box here at the XL Energy Center. I'm Wally Shaver, joined by Mark Parrish. Mark, I can go back to 1967 when I was just a young Canadian kid moving to the U.S., starting grade 10 out at Minnetonka High School, and just came immediately immersed in what the great tradition and history of Minnesota high school hockey was.
I won't hold that against you, the Canada-Minnetonka thing. But this is very surreal for me. I'm sitting next to Wally Shaver doing the state tournament. I just dreamed I would play in it once. And now, fast forward, doesn't matter how many years, that I can't tell you how big of a thrill this is. This is awesome. Thank you very much.
Well, you gave me a lot of thrills, too, when you were on those awesome Jefferson squads back in the early 1990s, winning state tournaments, hardly ever losing a hockey game, and then I got a chance to call a few of your games when you're playing with St. Cloud State as well.
Don't even get me going on the Huskies. As soon as you started speaking, that voice, it brought back so many memories of coming to the games, walking into the lobbies, and listening to you because we were mad that we couldn't hear you guys. We want to hear the commentators. We want to hear you guys. And now getting a chance to be an equal. This is really cool.
Well, it's cool for me, too, because I had the distinct honor to call this tournament for 18 years, 2 on radio and 16 on TV. And it's just great to be back here, part of all this excitement. And in primetime TV, watching what these kids are going to do and see how nervous they really are.
It's amazing how many people ask me that they think I'm faking the enthusiasm for this tournament. It's not. As soon as this morning, waking up, I'm bouncing around the room. I can't wait what's going to happen. The memories, the unknowns that are going to happen, and just being a part of it now, I appreciate more the 90s of what we did.
Well, let's go downstairs for what may be the best part of the entire state tournament, and that's a chance to meet these kids up close and personal and check out that very important hockey hair. Downstairs to PA announcer Jim Carroll.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 75th Annual Minnesota State High School League Boys Hockey Tournament. Our third quarterfinal features the champions of Section 3 with a record of 17-8-1, the New Ulm Eagles, against the champions of Section 4 with a record of 21-6-1, the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. Now, let's meet the Eagles. Senior goalie number 1, Jack Raymond. Junior forward number 2, Glavin Schugel. Senior forward number 3, Josh Seidel. Sophomore forward number 4, Jace Addy. Senior forward number 5, Ryan Esser. Sophomore forward number 6, AJ Arneson. Junior forward number 7, Nolan Drill. Senior defenseman number 9, Landon Depew. Freshman forward number 10, Braxton. Senior forward number 11, Landon Strong. Junior defenseman number 12, Ethan O'Connor. Senior defenseman number 14, Shane Esser. Junior forward number 15, Tegan Kahn. Junior forward number 16, Hunter Hulke. Senior defenseman number 18, Blake Tower. Sophomore defenseman number 19, Caden Strong. Senior forward number 20, Kyle Tower. Junior defenseman number 21, Teddy Giefer. Freshman defenseman number 24, Josh Golden. And sophomore goalie number 33, Kyle Esser. The assistant coaches are Cody Cohn and Sean Stewart. Head coach is Ryan Newman, the New Ulm Eagles. Now, let's meet the Zephyrs. Junior forward number 4, Colin Hagstrom. Sophomore defenseman number 5, Tony Newbeck. Senior defenseman number 6, Connor Stoker. Senior defenseman number 8, Noah Skillings. Junior forward number 9, Nikolai Dulak. Senior forward number 10, Corey Pilarski. Sophomore defenseman number 11, J.D. Metz. Senior forward number 13, Michael Miller. Senior defenseman number 14, Tommy Broughton. Senior forward number 15, Dylan Lallier. Senior forward number 16, Cole McCarver. Senior forward number 17, Joe Paradise. Senior defenseman number 18, Wyatt Begley. Sophomore forward number 21, Adam Johnson. Sophomore forward number 22, Dylan Duxon. Senior forward number 24, Tom Paradise. Junior forward number 26, Cole Klingbeil. Sophomore forward number 28, Ethan Peterson. Senior goalie number 30, John Poirier. And freshman goalie number 32, Ben Dardis. The assistant coaches are Alex Rogaszewski and Tom Strelo. Head coach is Jeff Poschel, the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. Here tonight's game officials on the line, John Benoit and Drew Walters. Your referees are Nick Bionich and Todd Plackner. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you to please rise. Please remove your caps and join the Mahtomedi Band in the playing of our national anthem.
There are two teams that are not strangers to this state tournament. Let's go downstairs now to Charlie Beatty to find out more.
Thanks, Wally. Well, New Ulm played its final regular season game of the year at the Sleepy Eye Ice Arena, and forward Landon Strong had 4 goals in the game. So head coach Ryan Newman had the rink manager there bottle up a little bit of the ice, melt it down for him. In the section playoffs, Landon's been rubbing it on his hands, pouring it on the ice, whatever he has to do. 7 more goals in the section playoffs, including a hat trick in the final. He's got it here with him today. Even poured a little bit out on this rink's ice as well. Superstition's nothing new in this game, as you guys know, but that one's pretty good.
Yeah, well, I like the fact it's 11 goals in the last 4 games. What kind of superstitions did you have, Mark?
The only superstition I had was to not be superstitious, and now I'm regretting it. Should have gone to, I don't remember what lake is in Bloomington. Lake Minnetonka. We like stealing things from Tonka.
Yeah, you did. A few hockey games over the years that I remember. All right, Jack Raymond is in goal. Starting goalies are brought to you by Holiday Station Stores. Because I had a good run down at the end here. Look at that, 2.17 goals against average. That's pretty impressive, and a 91 saves percentage to boot. And down at the other end, can you believe he's a lone freshman on this squad, Ben Dardis.
I can't imagine the anticipation, the anxiety, the nerves that are going through a freshman getting his first chance to play on the big stage, Minnesota State High School tournament. I cannot wait to see how he reacts.
Opening faceoff is controlled by the Mahtomedi Zephyrs as they play it just inside the blue line. Grabbed off now by Josh Seidel. Seidel trying to get it back to the defense. Instead, it goes up to Glavin Schugel. He leads the team in goals, assists, and points for the New Ulm Eagles. They finally deflect it back out to center ice. Seidel's pass was off a skate. And finally, it's jammed in, delayed offside. Everything good as people tag back up. poked out to neutral ice, and it's Braxton Hoffman breaking it up there for New Ulm. Now Mahtomedi making their first rush into the attack zone. Dumped in deep by Corey Pilarski. Popped out in front, but there to cover is Hoffman, and he guides New Ulm back up ice. One pass is too far, and it's an icing call. Let's get into our keys of the game, brought to you by Greater Twin Cities Honda, proud sponsors of Minnesota Youth Hockey.
Well, nobody wants to play Section 3A in tournaments. They just upset everyone, and they need to be led by Glavin Schugel, Landon Strong. They're their best offensive forwards. They got to get things going for them. Mahtomedi, it's time to exercise the demons, relax, use your experience of being here, take over this game, use your depth.
Yeah, and that's a team that's been here 10 years, including 4 of the last 5 seasons for Mahtomedi, and they've yet to win a state tournament. They do get a shot off from the point by Stoker. That's right on goal, deflected on net. Back again, Stoker releases once more, this time off target. Unable to hold the line was Wyatt Begley, and here come New Ulm with a 2-on-1 rush. Down the left side, and the shot is high and wide by Kyle Tower.
Those are the opportunities New Ulm's got to capitalize on if they're going to beat a team like Mahtomedi.
Zephyr regaining possession in their own zone with a headman pass now to J.B. Metz. The sophomore ends out across center ice, lobs it in, and goes off on a wholesale line change of all 5.
I like Mahtomedi's game plan. Keep it simple. Just get the puck in, start working, get the nerves out of your system, maybe get an ugly one. You know, you just, I was hoping he was a little closer to hitting that net.
Yeah.
It's one of those things early on, just get it on net. You got a guy going to the net, maybe get a rebound. Hey, it might just go through a goalie as well.
Mahtomedi is 3 lines deep, and I think if there's one characteristic of this team, it's the depth that they have. They've got, the first line's got 34 goals in the year. The second line, 40. The third line, 33. It's impressive.
NHL teams would kill for those stats.
Yeah, no kidding.
That is impressive.
Here's Tony Nieback behind his goal. Sends it on around to the right wing for Adam Johnson. Johnson to center ice. Gets the puck up, brought into the attack zone. Here's a chance now for Cole McCarver. McCarver back behind the net for Tommy Paradise. Got a twin brother that plays on the first line. Back onto the point for Broten, and his shot's off target. Stepping up as a defenseman, Skillings with a shot on goal. And it's steered ahead and finally released out of the zone by New Ulm. They'll go for a wholesale change.
Mahtomedi, they're getting pucks to the net. There's bodies there. It's only a matter of time until one of those rebounds is laying there for one of the guys to bang it home.
New Ulm pinned up behind their own goal. Puck is dug free by the top line. Lallier getting it back onto the point. A long shot. Hits traffic in front. Steered wide of the goal.
Nice poise by Raymond. There were a lot of movement in front of him. Stayed right there. Didn't get caught up with the guys in front. Focused on the puck.
Here's Pilarski. Dangling off on the left half wall. Putting it out in front. Defense pinching in. Skillings with a shot right on. And a nice save by Jack Raymond.
Really impressed with Raymond right now. He doesn't seem to be getting rattled. There's 2 Mahtomedi guys right there to bang in any rebound, and he keeps it away from him.
Already seen 5 shots on goal. We have barely played over 3 minutes. Here's a stretch pass for Pilarski coming across the line with a shot off the end glass. Picks it up himself and goes onto the left side of the rink. Cuts to the slot, but surrounded by purple-clad Eagles. There's a shot that comes through and finally grabbed off by New Ulm. Trying to get an odd man rush going. They cross the blue line, leading a trailer. Backhand shot, and Dardis helps that off to the side. No score. Here's a chance now as Mahtomedi coming back. Zephyrs bring it in around the goal, dropping it back onto the point for Stoker, who pinches in, and that shot is gloved and held by Raymond. It's scoreless. 4 minutes into the hockey game. Back for more.
Show me the crown. Show me homecoming. Baby sloth videos on YouTube.
Amy, do you mind giving someone else a turn?
Oh, yeah, I've made myself a little comfortable here.
I got a pizza for Amy.
Yes, that's me.
Xfinity lets you search Netflix, Prime Video, and YouTube with the sound of your voice.
And I don't have my wallet, so...
That's simple, easy, awesome. Experience the entertainment you love on X1. Access Netflix, Prime Video, YouTube, and more, all with the sound of your voice. Click, call, or visit a store today.
Because the air feels different this early. Because good enough isn't. Because the bench is colder to me. Because last one on the ice means more than extra laps. Because medals are meant to be earned. That's why I'm next.
The Greater Twin Cities Honda dealers, proud supporters of Minnesota youth hockey.
Today's first period is brought to you by Giants Ridge. Unplug, reconnect, and make giant memories at Giants Ridge.
And we welcome you back again to downtown St. Paul in the XL Energy Center. Wally Shaver, Mark Parrish up in the booth. Charlie Beatty down ringside, keeping us clued in on what's going on between the benches down there. Take a look at the fans out of Mahtomedi. Boy, they opened those doors at 6 o'clock. They came in. They were hooting and hollering already, ready to go.
Those are the memories that you will keep with you forever as a player. Remember the signs that the fans are holding more than who you played against.
I like the hockey here. Well, here's a shot right on goal and a nice given goal. Kyle Hagstrom got it down to the corner, went right to the slot, and got a fine shot on Raymond.
And this is the start that we expected from Mahtomedi. Try and take control right away. They're getting pucks to net. They're trying to make Raymond uncomfortable. This is what New Ulm has to do. Weather the storm. Raymond make a couple of saves. Get a little confidence. Get a couple opportunities, and you never know where it might go.
Landon Strong checking his man up along the boards. He does a lot of that at 6'3", 215. He'll be heading to Mankato next year on a football commitment.
Wow. Love that there's athletes that play high school hockey in Minnesota. Too many people specialize. I love that there's athletes here.
Raymond plays it off for his defense. No score if you've just tuned into us. Game one of the evening session. Quarterfinal game, number 3 on the day. Puck is played around the New Ulm goal, and they're having a little bit of difficulty now trying to release out of their own end and get an attack going.
There's a little bit of nerves from these guys. A little hesitation. They got to get to that puck first and quickly. The quicker you get to it, the more time you have.
A strip and a shot on goal. A loose puck bounding in front. Tommy Paradise just couldn't quite get there, and is finally flung into the air by the Eagles to center ice.
I knew a Paradise to say clown. He was nowhere near the net. Must be the Brooks tournament.
It is, yes, and there's twins on this team, Tommy Paradise and Joe Paradise, and yes, they are grandsons of the late, great Herb Brooks, a great friend of many in the sport of hockey. New Ulm out of their own end. Scoreless hockey game, a 9-2 shot edge right now for Avering and Mahtomedi. Tommy Bolton back into his own zone. One of 4 senior defensemen on this Zephyrs team. That's a big help, isn't it, having that kind of experience and depth back there.
I hated admitting that goalies and defensemen are more important than forwards. I hate it, but it's true. That's how you win hockey games.
There's Paradise coming in, and Tommy gets a good shot on net. Nice save there once more by Jack Raymond. The nice thing with Raymond, in his senior season, he's been a starter for 3 years, though, so he looked quite poised down there, doesn't he?
You can see it in his body language, and that's so important for a goaltender, to the poise, to remain calm, or at least visually remain calm. Who knows what's going on inside their head? As long as they stay calm, their bench stays calm.
Joe Paradise wears number 17 for the white team. He's the twin brother. Back on the point, a shot is deflected in front by Joe Paradise. Heads over top of the net. Lallier getting it behind the goal. Palarski working down low as well. Scrum behind the net. They're just trying to tie it up. New Ulm trying to pry away. That's Shane Esser. Gritty defenseman back there. One of 3 Esser brothers on this New Ulm team. 2 of them are twins, but not the goalie.
How many twins do they have?
They are not. There's another shot coming in on goal. Raymond the save, and the puck pops over the net, as does the blocker of goalkeeper Jack Raymond.
As much pressure as Mahtomedi is putting on New Ulm right now, New Ulm's body language, they're weathering this storm. They're not panicking. They're not chasing. They're just trying to weather this storm and wait till they get an opportunity, which they're going to have to do 200 feet away. They're going to get worn out from Mahtomedi's depth if they play the whole game in there. And it's hard to score goals from that.
New Ulm has been a hot team. They've won 5 straight games coming into this contest, and 7 out of their last 8. But Matamidi sends it back onto the point. A pass down low is blocked, comes right back to Begley. His shot comes in on goal, and Raymond with another stop. Turning and shooting is another shot by Pilarski off that top line. And another save for Raymond. Gee, he's going to see 60 here tonight if he's not careful.
Raymond is sharp. He's going to have to be the rest of the night.
Still looking for the first goal.
Playing sports in high school was one of the best times of my life. Franzen Bank and Trust would like to congratulate all the teams playing in the state tournament. You should be proud of your great season. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results.
My house is one of the very first places on the river from Calumet. It's right in my front yard. Me, my wife, and my kids, we swim, we hunt, we fish. Everything we can do is outside. Calumet's going to be working with the DNR and everything they do. I believe they're doing a great job to watch our water systems. All the advancement in technology that we have out there today, they can definitely mine and keep our environment safe. When my kids grow up, I'd love them to be able to enjoy the same way of life that they've known, and I believe that we can make all this happen through sustainable mining.
When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. But you shouldn't have to chase your banker around when you're buying a home. Let Franzen Bank and Trust mortgage consultants run with you stride for stride, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Franzen Bank Mortgages. Real people, real results.
Interested in becoming a Wild season ticket member? Visit tickets.wild.com to learn more and see what it takes to join our season ticket community. You can also call or text 651-222-WILD. You were a member of the Wild? What do you remember of those days?
I remember sitting up here a lot. I know this view. I know this view.
Play at center ice. Tony Newbeck will shoot it in deep for Matamidi, where it has been for a good chunk of this opening period. But it's still scoreless. Pass out to center ice. Newholm will just bang it in off the boards and try to go to work, going in deep. Not very aggressive, and it's allowing Matamidi a little bit more time to set things up for the exit of the zone. Defenseman Tommy Bolton behind the net. They send it up the left wing boards for Metz. He's checked up along the wall, does pry it loose, but misses the pass to Nikolai Dulak. Second effort, and they do skate it outside the zone. Brought up ice by Skillings, a defenseman. Hands it off, a drop pass, but that didn't quite work as they were offside on the entry.
Newholm's got to get their feet moving a little bit. If they're trying to think a little bit, they're stuck inside their head. Don't worry about where you're at. Don't worry about whose ice you're skating on right now, the Minnesota Wilds, and that's really cool. But you got to get in on the puck quicker. You cannot give skill time and space.
Off the face-off, puck goes over the boards. Newholm in control. They're wearing the purple and black with white trim. Matamidi in the white jerseys. Gold and white trim. Gold and black trim, I should say. And here they come with an odd man rush down the right side. There's a pass across for Paradise. Oh, the return feed just missed.
Oh, that was pretty.
Back at center, run in by Wyatt Begley. Defense, Blake Power back after it. Lost it out in front. Fan on it. Here's a chance, but a good reach in keeps the play alive for Matamidi. Zephyrs lose control and is finally relayed in deep by Newholm, who changed. One man in on the forecheck, grabs the puck, sends it back on a midst of a line change, but a shot is blocked. Zephyrs getting right on top of that. Tommy Paradise sends it cross ice. Onto the stick of Adam Johnson, bringing it in. He unloads a hard flat shot right on goal and off the arm of Raymond to the corner.
Newholm's got to start getting it out of their zone quicker. There's too many turnovers like that. They're losing battles behind their goal line. That is exhausting. You're playing a deep team like Matamidi. You got to get it out of your zone, neutral zone clean, work below their net.
Here comes Joe Paradise across the line, looking for Lallier. Tried to center it. It was deflected back. Clear, but not out. Connor Stoker keeps it in. Sending pass across, and Paradise fires, and Raymond is robbing him blind.
What an awesome save. Can't get burned as a defenseman against Matamidi. What a pretty play. Didn't turn out, but I love seeing this unselfishness, just tapping back. Oh, Raymond did save that. I thought he just missed the net. I don't know if Raymond stayed with that, or luckily the pass was just fast enough to get back to where he was. Either way, great job staying with it, Raymond.
Well, I tell you the way this is unfolding right now, Mark, he might challenge a Carl Guerin state high school record for saves in a game.
And unfortunately, he's got to be New Ulm's best player. And you can see the pressure Matamida is putting on them. Their D-men, their forwards, got to get in there and help them out with rebounds.
Joe Paradise relaying the puck back onto the point. Dumped in by number 5, Tony Newbeck. Matamidi does like to roll 3 lines, and they'll use 5 and a lot of times 6 defensemen. New Ulm not quite as deep. They'll go with 2 lines primarily in 4D. Now it's an offside on Matamidi's entry.
And that will pay huge dividends for Matamidi. Assuming what they're thinking, it's going to come to Saturday. That third game, these high school kids, they don't play 3 games and 4 nights off. Not just physically, mentally tired. So you've got to roll. The depth always helps in this tournament.
Wayman sets up the shot behind his net. Oh, but it's picked up on the fly by Matamidi's Dulac. Get it back onto the point now for Skillings. Steps around one, comes into the slot, and fires a point-blank grade A shot. Nice save once more by Raymond. In behind the goal, Hagstrom, number 4 after it. Hands it off. Dulac trying to center. He's got Metz out in front, but that doesn't connect. Metz, though, reaches in and steers it back to the corner. He picks it up, put it out in front, and it's off the stick of Hagstrom, who was tied up by the defense.
New Ulm's got to get it out of their zone. No one, no goalie, no defense can withstand this barrage.
Dulac still with it. He leads the team in points. He's 3rd in goals and assists. Got it back onto the stick of Metz. His shot blocked, and finally it's just a clear and an icing against New Ulm.
Praying for a whistle. My legs would be burning if I was that line by New Ulm. They're holding on. They're holding on.
And we welcome fans across the state of Minnesota to this premier sporting event in the state. The high school boys hockey tournament. 75 years young.
And I still don't get sick. I still feel like the 12-year-old kid when my brother and I finally got to come without our parents. Man, did we think we were cool.
This is just such a great event. I've always enjoyed it. Even working the college ranks that I do now, it's always fun whenever I can to see these games.
And you hear the NHLers just rave about it. Brett Hedigan, Olympian, Stanley Cup, his biggest. The one thing that he hates the most, he never got to play it.
Here's Tommy Paradise coming in, banned on the first shot attempt. New Ulm now regaining possession. Little chip pass off the boards, can't get it past the defense.
That can't happen. New Ulm's got to win the battle of the blue lines.
Finally, they skate up ice. They need support. But they're at the end of a shift, which is so often, as you were pointing out, Mark, to play that whole shift in your own zone. By the time you get any offense going, you're out of gas.
Exhausted, and it feels horrible, too. Everybody wants to go play offense.
Paradise with a shot. Steered around by Raymond. With 16 saves already in a scoreless first period. Joe Paradise picks up the puck, wheeling it down into the corner for Lallier. But we have a whistle on the play. 4:59 remaining in the period, still scoreless here at the XL Energy Center.
It's on the other side.
I saw that.
At Inver Grove Ford Lincoln, we've been fans of high school sports for as long as we've been selling cars here in Minnesota. 4 generations strong. Integrity is just as important in the car business as it is in the game. Play fair, be honest, and have a good time doing it. That's what you can expect when you're buying or servicing a car at Inver Grove Ford Lincoln. Fair, honest service with a smile. Inver Grove Ford Lincoln, getting it right 4 generations. Conveniently located off 494 in Inver Grove Heights.
Like I said, this is a dipstick.
Dipstick.
The Fan Cam is brought to you by Xfinity Mobile, a new kind of network designed to save you money. Let it happen, kids.
This is all part of the memories, the excitement, the love affair with this tournament, the fans. don't get to hear the bands in the NHL, unfortunately. And everybody loves being on TV.
Face off to the left of Jack Raymond. He's got a school record 77 games played and 14 shutouts. An exceptionally consistent netminder in his 3 years as a starter for the New Ulm Eagles.
Those are really impressive. Really impressive.
It's a lot of hockey.
No matter who you played for.
Chopped out by Broughton, number 14 for the Zephyrs, but then cleared down the ice and once more an icing call against New Ulm. New Ulm's got some good big centers, but they're a little smallish on the wings. Is that being a factor in this, where we notice that Matamidi has got bigger wingers but smaller centers?
The big thing I'm seeing is Matamidi is getting to the puck first. They're moving their feet. New Ulm's just got to get their feet moving. They're getting the puck, they're staying, they're watching. They don't have the puck, they're watching and waiting to see what happens. You can't watch and wait in hockey. You need to be the front runner. You need to go get that puck.
Kolarski does, gets it to Paradise, and Joe Paradise, second in scoring as a shot stop. Today's closed captioning is brought to you by Minnesota Touchstone Energy Cooperatives. Together, we save.
I know New Ulm's got a lean on Jack Raymond. 17 shots in a little over 10 minutes. They got to start helping him out a little bit. Goalies get tired too.
Landon Strong did win that face-off. They're able to clear the zone. This line produced 33 goals in the second line for New Ulm this season.
Another impressive stat. You need that. You need secondary scoring to do anything in the state tournament.
Strong with the puck, launches a long shot from there, and only the third shot that comes in towards netminder Ben Dardis is a stop. Might not even count as a shot, as a little high.
I love questions on Twitter. Please ask me and Wally questions.
Hashtag Tourneys on 45 TV is where we're at. Noah Skillings clears the puck out of the zone for the Zephyrs. There's a block trying to feed it up ice as Metz carries it on instead. Shoots, left pad save, the rebound. Oh, a couple of saves, and finally it's knocked home by Metz, and it's 1-0 Zephyrs.
Matamidi, I love the style of hockey that they have just committed to right here. Just hard-nosed, get it to the net, get bodies to the net, dig for rebounds, making it very hard on Raymond. Jack Raymond could not do anything more to keep this puck out of the net. An impressive first save. Again, bad turnover. Impressive first save. This, to get back to that second save, again, no defenseman, no forward helping him out in front of him. You can't let the forward between you and the goalie. You standing behind the goalie is not helping the goalie. You can't let a player stand there and get a second rebound.
And a third.
My Lord.
Metz had 3 shots there.
Oh, that right leg right there. What a save.
Oh.
Great job by J.D. Metz sticking with it. That's good old hard-nosed hockey. Those are the goals that will win tournaments, win championships. You got to pay the price.
1-0 Matamidi. Into the Minnesota zone. The Matamidi zone is Strong. Stumped in, and then the defense breaks it up. Skillings rolls it around to the right wing, and it's cleared off the boards. Comes right back to Skillings, and now he leads a charge up ice. Crossing into the Minnesota zone. Backhand shot just wide by Hegstrom falling. Hegstrom wearing number 4. Took 13-13 before he got the first goal of the hockey game. That came on the 18th, 19th, and 20th shot that Raymond had seen in a quick flurry.
He knows he's got somebody going to the net. I'm guessing that was an intentional shot by Metz off that left foot of Raymond for the rebound, knowing he had somebody coming down the slot. And I love the most is nose to the net. Once you shoot, don't assume it's going in. Go right towards the net, stop, and look what happens. Comes to him once, second one goes in. It's just smart hockey.
Yeah. 3 minutes to go, opening period, 1-0 Matamidi. They have the puck again. Working the corners, Tommy Paradise puts it out in front, chopped away from a waiting player, and then the rebound, they score. Tommy Paradise helped keep that puck loose. Finally rammed in by Cole McCarver.
Again, no one could withstand this onslaught of what Matamidi is doing. New Ulm is getting far too spread out. Their wings aren't in a position to help. They're jumping to offensively. They're not taking care of Raymond right in front of him, protecting that house between the crease, the top of the crease, hash marks, slot. We call that the house. You've got to protect that house in the D zone. When there's only one, maybe two guys in defensive zone, and there's three Mahtomedi guys going for rebounds, never going to win.
That was actually Tommy Paradise getting the stick on it. Cole McGarver was right there with him. And now it's a big lead, 2-0. Lallier bringing it in. Passes off to the right side for Joe Paradise. Try to relay it out in front, but it's blocked by New Ulm. And they'll fire it cross ice. Won't see ice in as Dardis comes out. He needs to get a play on it. He'll pump back down into the New Ulm zone, coming right in on that, and Raymond will smother this one.
14-12. New Ulm's looking for somebody to create a spark. Someone needs to step up. Whether it's Strong, whether it's Schugel, doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter if it's a fourth liner, third liner. Somebody's got to create a spark for these guys. They're kind of stuck in stone right now. They're standing still. They're waiting to see what Mahtomedi is doing. Can't win a hockey game now.
Lallier playing it behind the net. Stuffed attempt by Kolarski, blocked. A follow-up shot by Joe Paradise is also stopped. Here's a blast from the point, going off of a knee pad off to the side wall. Down low. There's Kolarski behind the net. Putting it onto the stick of Paradise is blocked. Lallier having a chance too, but Raymond brings a big mitt out and allows no further play.
Mahtomedi is relentless. They are winning every puck battle. They're getting to the puck first. Their game is very deliberate. If they don't have a lane to take it to the net or pass it to the net, they give it to their D-men. Puck comes in for the rebound. It's fun to watch.
It is. But if you're New Ulm, you can't wait for this period to get over with, eh?
Well, sometimes you just need that first period, guys, especially the state tournament. There's a lot of things that you're getting used to. First and foremost, you're in the state tournament. There's a lot of emotions, a lot of nerves. Got to get over that. Hopefully they can go in just down 2-0, forget about the shots, come back in the second, and get back to their style of play.
Zephyrs out of their own end. Number 11, J.D. Metz. Got it across the line, but it's a little bit early for Hagstrom across, and offside is a call.
That was a well-played neutral zone by New Ulm right there. They started to lose their gap a couple minutes ago. Right there, they were uptight. Didn't let them get in on sides.
Join Dr. Chuck Ells at the 45 TB Institute of Laughter 5 nights a week. And laugh along with